G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So today's video we're going to be jumping into the team building guide for the new INT Piccolo Jr. Obviously looks like he's going to be super insane, so firstly don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content. I do these team building guides for all the new units that come out, and let's jump straight on into it. So as you can see here for the details, we've got quite a few teams. We've got Worthy Rivals and Terrifying Conquerors, which is the 170% boost for this Piccolo. Then we've also got Giant Form, actually with being the third booster, so this guy is a triple 200%. Then we've got Battle as Fate, World Tournament, which is the extra 30% for him. We then drop down to Namekians, Target Goku, Revenge, Entrusted Will, Worldwide Chaos, Earthbred Fighters, and Final Trump Card. So we are pretty low on extreme class leaders at this point, so not too many 200% in there for him, unfortunately. For links, we've got Big Bad Bosses, Tough as Nails, First for Conquest, The Incredible Adventure, Guidance of the Dragon Ball, Transform, and Fierce Battle. Now, we were expecting this to be the link set, or something like this, for him. Unfortunately, that means that he doesn't have a really good partner in the game at the moment. That could certainly change with the Part 2 LR, but for now, he is, lacking really good rotation pieces, as you're about to see here, as we start off with 4 links, and as you can see, not a crazy amount of quality here. So we've got the AGL Metacooler EGA. He's still really good, but yeah, he's not really getting the key links active for this Piccolo other than Big Bad Bosses, but that's okay. We've got the STR DKP, so he's got an EZA already, but he is garbage. We've got the AGL Great Ape Turlers, who's garbage, needs an EZA, and then we've got AGL Hatchin. So Hatchin's still super good, but it is quite tough to find a team that these two will be sharing together, so makes that a bit difficult there. Dropping down to 3 links, you can see we've got a couple of really key options here. So we've got the STR Turlers EZA, obviously a really good unit. We've got the Physical Metal Cooler, again, top tier unit, LR. We've got the free-to-play, or not really free-to-play, but available to everyone, the Tech Hachiyak. So, I guess, if you're doing a Giant Form mission, that could work together. We've got the STR Final Form Cooler, the Tech DKP from the World Tournament, so hopefully everyone's got a few copies of him. The only thing is, for the linking up, you will get more benefit when he is transformed rather than that base. And then we've also got the STR Tours, Army, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, a few solid options in there to work with. Then we continue on with the 3 links, and this is probably where you'll find a bit of use with these guys. So you've got the new banner units, you've got the Physical Tien and the STR Krillin. We've also got the Physical Kid Goku, the new Tech Goku, AGL Tours, and the Tech Transforming Frieza. Tech Transforming Frieza actually shares 3 links the whole way through, so that's a pretty consistent partner. But yeah, a couple of new units in there, and then AGL Tours is always a really solid support unit to bring along there. So not much, unfortunately, in the way of linking partners for Piccolo, but that's fine. We can sort of work around that for the team build. So as I mentioned before, one part of the Piccolo's leader skill is Terrifying Conquerors, so a number of leaders that you could bring on the Versa, being, like you can see here, the 2 STR Coolers. But for this one, we've got the INT Piccolo, we've got the AGL Metal Cooler, the STR Cooler EZA, as well as the STR Final Form Cooler, AGL Frieza, Golden Frieza, and then the AGL Turtles. So for this one, I'd be, as I mentioned, 4 linking partners we can get with the AGL Metal Cooler. So I'd be running those 2 as a rotation together. As the other rotation piece, I would be working with the STR Final Form Cooler alongside the AGL Golden Frieza. We all know how powerful they are as a 1-2 defensive and then offensive punch. That's going to leave you to float, number 1, the other Piccolo, the STR base cooler, so he's going to be offering transformation boost support against the one enemy, and then Terrifying Conquerors if you're versing multiple enemies. So Piccolo might not always be getting that support buff, but there is the potential there for it. And then we'll also be floating the AGL Turlers. So as I mentioned before, still a really solid support unit. Defensively sometimes can be a bit washy, but if you can get his transformation off and a couple stacks in there, can definitely help. So that's the first team. Second team we're going to look at is the Worthy Rivals team. So again, the other aspect of Piccolo's 170%. We got the orange Piccolo here. It's going to be awesome because he is on the banners, so he's going to be available for coins. So a lot of people will be able to pick up their first copy of him there. We got the STR Gamma 1, obviously an awesome support unit. Love throwing him on pretty much any team that we can. We got the physical Tien as well. With his chance to dodge, he could definitely be pretty solid, especially if he's getting lucky with those RNG super attacks. Then we've also got the STR Cooler Movie Piccolo because he's just a deadly support unit. And then we've also got the physical Piccolo, Kami Piccolo, who is getting an easy A. So that'll be out in a couple days after the banners, which is super dope because it's another Piccolo option. So for this one here, I would probably be running the INT Piccolo with the physical Tien. Those two share the 3 links together, and that could work pretty solidly there. On the other rotation, I think Orange Piccolo and the STR Support Piccolo could work really well, or if you wanted to go with the physical Piccolo, that'd definitely work as well. As a stacker and a unit that is going to have a scouter, you can sort of position your rotation there to avoid the super attacks. The only thing is that the STR and the physical cannot link together, so something you'd have to keep an eye out. One of those would have to be on in slot 1 on one of those rotations. And then yeah, that's going to leave you to float either the STR or the physical Piccolo. The STR Gamma 1, which is awesome because Gamma 1 offers a lot of that good key and defensive support, so we love that. And then yeah, the friend leader skill into Piccolo as well. So definitely a pretty productive team, I do think. So the third team we're going to look at is the Earthbred Fighters team, but with the World Tournament spin. So I did this one for the Goku team building guide as well, just as sort of a bit of a fun team for what the celebration is. So as you can see, we've got the Tech Goku as our leader skill here. Then we've got the INT Piccolo, the INT Jackie Chun, the physical Tien, the STR Krillin, and then to finish it all out, we've got the GOAT, INT Hercule. We sort of just lack that last unit on Global, so Hercule, with his dodging ability and his damage reduction, is probably just the way to go there. So in terms of rotations, I think running the Goku and the Piccolo together could certainly work on one rotation, and then on the other rotation, maybe running the Goku and Jackie Chun. That's then going to let you float Tien, Krillin, and the INT Hercule. So Hercule and Tien are both going to be getting that damage, their dodge chance. So that's going to give them quite a bit of defensive viability just there. And then on top of that, we'd have Krillin floating as well. You could certainly run Krillin on rotation with his damage reduction, but I think floating is going to help activate a few extra links while also giving that support buff, and we love units that do give support buffs. So there's the funky little World Tournament team just to sort of fit the theme. And then finally, the Namekians team. So a team that has actually come into prominence and is actually a pretty solid team nowadays. We've got some real top tier options here. So you can see the physical Easy A Piccolo is the leader here. The thing with Piccolo has always been the name issue. As you can see here, we've got the physical Piccolo who shares a name with the STR Piccolo and the INT. And then the other 3 units are going to be singular names. So the reason why that doesn't become an issue is because the physical Piccolo can transform after turn 4 with a Namekian ally under 70% HP, so that's actually not that bad of a requirement anymore. So what you can do is run, say, the INT Piccolo alongside the DKP Piccolo. That would work pretty well together, and then run the STR Piccolo with the orange Piccolo. So that's then going to leave you floating the 2 physical Piccolos as well as the INT EZA World Tournament Piccolo. So that means that none of the Piccolos are going to overlap. STR Piccolo is still good enough to run in slot 1. So yeah, that'll work perfectly fine. Another way is you could run the physical EZA Piccolo in slot 1 on rotation, then use the STR Piccolo as a floater, giving that support, which could also be really, really effective. The only thing is, by floating the 2 physical Piccolos, you are going to have 2 rotations with the Scouter on, which will be pretty OP, because a team like this, if you know where the super attacks are going to be, you can throw a unit like the orange Piccolo or the DKP when you've got all that extra damage reduction in front of those super attacks. So I think this will definitely be a very viable team. I think you'll be able to beat a lot of difficult content with this one. So there you go, guys. That is the teams. I think in terms of the best fit for this Piccolo, it might actually be this Worthy Rivals team. Obviously, you can combine that with the Terrifying Conquerors team if you were missing a few of these units. But I think this team's got a lot of oomph. As you can see, we've got pretty good support units in the STR Gamma 1 and the STR Piccolo as well. So let me know what team you're most excited to run this Piccolo on. He should be putting up some pretty insane stats for you. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content. And hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.